of our beautiful viewers on Synergy TV on the Caribbean Showtime Television in Canada, all of our dear listeners on U975 FM Multicultural Radio, a very, very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Nicholas Rupnarayan, we'd like to wish each and every one of you a marvelous day today. It's the beginning of a new week and it's the beginning of a new month. Let's welcome this day, Monday, the 1st of May, 2023. And you know, I was saying on radio a while ago that it is the month that we recognize for mothers, because Mother's Day in this beautiful month of May. And it's also the month of Indian arrival, 185 years since our forefathers came to this land, and we'll be celebrating that at the end of the month. So it's a very auspicious month. Can you believe it? Already the 5th month in this year, 2023. That is the importance and significance of time. And that's why I always advise you and remind you, don't procrastinate, don't waste your time. Do something constructive and productive. Set a goal for yourself. All right. When I notice when we set goals, we focus on it, and that's how we, you know, we channel ourselves to put some energy into it, and that's how it takes birth, right? Something for you to think about. Let's quickly go to our quote for today. We come with nothing, we go with nothing. But one great thing we can achieve in our beautiful life is a little remembrance in someone's mind and a small place in someone's heart. I saw this and I really, really like it because it's real and it's very true. What we leave after we've gone to the great beyond is the memories. Our loved ones will have the memories of us, and they will always be in our heart. They will always find a place, or there's always a place in our heart for them. So I'm going to read it again. We come with nothing. We go with nothing. But one great thing we can achieve in our beautiful life is a little remembrance in someone's mind and a small place in someone's heart. Thank you. That came to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. Remember to check them out. They've got great deals, wonderful specials for Mother's Day, very affordable. They've got their, you know, pieces, shalwars and so forth, starting at just $100. So check them out. And of course, lots of home furnishings and things like that. Don't forget to check out the food court and of course the play area for the children. So check them out for those great deals. Fab India Expo. You know, my friends, this morning, I learned of the passing of a very young attorney. Yesterday, I saw something on Facebook on one of the attorneys that I know very well, Shalini Chanka, attorney at law. And so I reached out to her when I saw the passing of a young attorney, young guy who had a massive heart attack and passed, only to find out and confirm this morning that a very young attorney, Amit Katwaru, passed and went to the great beyond, into the loving and safe arms of God. And his mother, I've always referred to her as a diva, Chandra Katwaru. I spoke to her very briefly, very broken, very shattered. And I'll tell you something. She is one of those ladies when it comes to her children. She is one that is very passionate about her role as a mother. Chandra Katwaru has delivered bhajans upon bhajans in this country. She's a living legend in this land. I had the opportunity to go on a trip with her. We were on a trip to London, Dubai, and India. In our stay in India, so I would have spent about a month with her on that trip to different areas. We particularly spent a lot of time together on our long trips to different destinations in India and things like that. I remember one day she had gone to Anup Jaluta's home to meet with him one-on-one. That's the kind of lady that she is. She, a power, a tower of strength, a lady that I admire and respect, and I clearly remember a lot of our conversations was about her children. Two of her children, the two of them are attorneys, so our heartfelt and sincere condolences in the passing of that brilliant young attorney, Amit Katwaru, gone to the great beyond. And it's coming from all of us at ZMB Communications, Conversations with Zelisa and U975 FM Multicultural Radio. I know she's broken. I had a, and I can only express to let her know, Chan girl, our prayers are with you to give you strength in this very difficult and trying time. So I used to call her a superhero, but we are only human, and especially when we lose the people that are close and dear to us, we are the only ones who truly understand and feel that void within, not our hearts and in our minds, but in our soul. So may God lift you and carry you in this very delicate and precious time. God bless you. You're in our thoughts, yeah? Let me say good morning to the management and staff of Bridgeton Auto Electrical Company Limited. They are located at 425 Pupuri Road, Ragu Village in San Fernando. Their telephone contact is 657-4175. And I want to thank the management in particular and staff for their contribution towards the growth and development of this program, because we are going to be able to continue to inform, educate, and empower our listeners and our viewers by the content of what we do. So let me say good morning to Mr. Chanka Ramtahal, who is a social welfare advisor. He's no stranger to us on the program. Good morning and a warm welcome, and thanks again for being here.
Thank you very much, Zelisa, and as usual, it is my pleasure to be here to share whatever knowledge and information I have to the benefit of our population. But before I start this morning, Zelisa, I would like to extend my condolences to that family, the bereaved family. I could imagine what the parents are going through, and when your children do so well and make you so proud, the pain is greater.
Yeah.
The pain is greater.
Oh, I mean, Chandra did a marvelous job with her children. Her husband passed, and she was a single parent. She is a single parent.
Exactly.
But when you look at both her children, boy, and the way they carry themselves, very cultured, very wrong. Well did. She educated them. She ensured to instill the right morals and values. And to lose a child is very difficult. I remember my grandmother saying to me, on my maternal side, the most difficult thing a parent will ever have to go through is
to witness the passing of a child.
Yeah, my grandmother said that to me. Yeah.
So again, my sincerest condolences to the family, and I pray that God's blessings would keep her strong.
And people who know Chandra Kadwaru knows that she's really contributed a lot to this country. When it comes to bhajan singing, and she's very competent when it comes to the Holy Scriptures and things like that. Very eloquent. She's a lady, So Chan girl, our thoughts are with you.
And maybe that could be a lesson to our general population as well. Don't wait until you get sick to go to the doctor. Do periodic tests, whether it's blood tests, whether it's a physical examination.
Reminding people of that. Don't take your health.
And exercise.
Had a massive heart attack and died, young guy.
And Sal, I'm a good example of that as well. I have never been seriously ill in life, thank God, because I grew up into sports. I grew up
very
into cricket and
active,
football. When I passed the exams in high school, my friends were shocked. They say, you passed the exam? Because I used to play table tennis, lawn tennis, cricket, football. Once there's sports, I used to be in it.
Very nice. From a young age.
Yes, from a very young age.
I know you're still involved.
That's right. 2 weeks ago, I played a cricket game.
Nice.
You understand? So sports, and taking care of yourself and doing odd tests and so on is very, very meaningful and helpful.
Sometimes we get so caught up in our lives, we're so busy that we neglect to take care of ourselves, or we neglect to, like you say, go for a checkup, but prioritize, you know.
And you know, any of my friends who are business people, who are into business, sometimes we get engrossed in the business so deeply that we do not find time for ourselves, you know, for leisure, you know, or even exercise. Exercise is medicine. Exercise is medicine.
And if you can't exercise, it's difficult. Some people are in fear. They used to walk or run, and they're scared now after hours and things like that. I could understand that. So listen to U975 FM. Listen to the music and dance in your home.
That's right.
You know, that's my daughter and I do that all the time. We listen to music and we dance. And it's a good remedy. It's bonding. It's good. You're getting to move.
Dance is an exercise.
It's an exercise.
Dance is an exercise.
So dance, yeah.
Yeah. So this morning, Zal, we are discussing the unsatisfactory slow pace of finalizing applications in the social welfare department. The social welfare department is that part of the Ministry of Social Development that looks after the needs of our needy citizens, our poorer citizens, right? So that in their elderly years, they can enjoy a comfortable standard of living, all right? Now, a lot of us would have worked in various capacities, and sometimes we have retirement benefits, okay? Like we have a work pension, we have national insurance, sometimes we have private insurance policies and things like that. But others might be doing menial jobs, menial, you understand?
Yeah, of course.
Where there are no contributing benefits.
And it's not because some people don't want to. They probably would like to, but the truth is they may not have the extra cash.
That's right.
They may not have the extra cash to say, I could say, do you know there are people that do not have a bank account?
Yeah, I
because
know
the
that.
fact is they have no money to put in the bank.
Yeah. People live, a lot of families live on a day-to-day basis.
Check to check.
Yes, week to week, month to month.
Correct.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, so today we are highlighting the unsatisfactory slow pace of finalizing applications, and it goes to our introduction where people don't know where the next meal is coming from, where the next paycheck is coming from. You understand? And the social welfare department is that arm of government that is entrusted in assisting this segment of the population. All right? But in doing so, we have a long delay with NIS applications. NIS is supposed, you're supposed to qualify for NIS at age 60. Although we know that that has to go up to age 65. But our government is very tardy in implementing that new system because people are living longer and healthier lives. So whereas before you would retire at 60 years, people are living healthy, very healthy lives at 80, up to 80, 85. So therefore, you have more fruitful years ahead of you.
My grandmother passed at 90 plus.
Excellent. My mother died at nearly 80.
Yeah.
All right? So people are living healthy and longer lives. And in the more developed countries, systems have already taken place where the retirement age has been up. It has been increased to...
Right.
You understand? Now, we are very tardy in implementing that. And in addition to that, we have delays from other departments that is needed by the social welfare department in finalizing applications for especially for old age pension. You understand? We have to find out how much national insurance are you receiving to determine your quantum of your old age pension grant. How much are you receiving from your previous employer?
Right.
And things like that before we determine the quantum that you're entitled to.
Yeah.
You know? Now all these the response from the National Insurance Board is very tardy. The response from the immigration is very tardy as well. And therefore, it leads to us a delay, an unnecessary delay in making decisions to our senior citizens who sometimes have no other income but their old age pension
That's
that they
what
expend.
they live on, that's what they depend on,
You know,
and they
that is
maintain
most
their family
unsatisfactory.
and their life, especially when they depend on for food and for, you know, medication and things like that. Let's take a short break, but first let me recognize our sponsors for today, and that of course is Brixton Auto Electrical Company Limited, 425 Pupuri Road, Raku Village, San Fernando. Telephone 657-4175. Let's go to these messages.
Farbinja Expo has great deals to offer for the month of April. Get showerwares starting from $100, curtains 4 for $100, bed sheets 2 for $100, footwear from $75. Look elegant with our one-of-a-kind in-house designer garments. Spend $1,500 and over to get tickets to Bollywood singer Abhijit live in concert on May 6th. Just in time for Eid, new containers just arrived. Check us out for the latest Islamic wear. Need to pick up lunch or dinner? Then check us at the Farbinja Food Court from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Final few booths left at the Mid-Center Mall Mid-Year Flea Market. Call 340-6565. Starting the 6th of May until the 30th of May. Call now to book your spot. 340-6565.
Super quality supermarket, best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Chagonas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Welcome to OATS, Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, the future of healthcare, which provides full body scans, which we detect and treat cancer, tumors, all heart conditions, cysts, fibroids, dementia, Parkinson's, just to name a few. No radiation and medication is not needed. If you are tired of getting no results, call us at 354-4459 or 356-7226.
Hello, Crime Stoppers?
This is Crime Stoppers. Please share only your crime information.
I want to report a crime, but I need to make sure it will not be traced back to me.
Caller, I assure you, there's no record of this call other than the information you give us and the tip number I assign you for you to call back and check on your reward. This system has worked in 26 countries for more than 40 years.
Help stop crime. Call Crime Stoppers at 800-TIPS today. Calls are safe and 100% anonymous.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. I'm Zelisa in conversation with Mr. Chanka Ramtahal, who is a social welfare advisor. And to all of our listeners, all of our viewers, you can send me your WhatsApp messages or you can call if you have any questions or concerns. 384-7142. That's 384-7142. And let me remind you that, of course, you can send me your WhatsApp messages as well. All right, so it's 384-7142. Questions, concerns, comments. Mr. Ramtahal,
Yes.
sir?
Zelisa, you remember that the head of the Social Welfare Division, the Director of Social Welfare, was sent on leave, forced leave, sometime in either November or December last year.
Right.
When several food cards
Yeah.
were lost at the head office, and which was supposed to be in his custody.
Right.
And those cards disappeared.
So this gentleman is still on
Is
leave?
still on leave, you know, and the department is like it's on an automatic pilot
This
without
is
proper supervision.
unacceptable.
It is, it's not, yeah, it's terrible, you know, and the offices, I mean, are not properly supervised. People are taking too long in these hard times to receive their old age pension. People call me every day saying, oh, what would take 14 months and 16 months to determine whether you get old age pension or not? That is most unsatisfactory.
And
so that we really need to revise what is happening in that social welfare department, especially in treating with our senior citizens, Zelisa. All right?
It's very unfortunate. You know, last week I went to a particular place, and I'm going to name it. And so we had to stand, a couple of people were standing waiting for the gate to be open. It's past the time that the gate's supposed to be open, about 10-15 minutes. This is the security who's coming to open, taking her leisurely, Mr. Ramtahal, what I'm saying actually happened, taking her leisurely time on the phone, having a private conversation, laughing and carrying on. People waiting there, rain drizzling, for that gate to be open, already at 10 minutes late, and you come in like you don't care, you're not bothered, you on the phone having a casual conversation, laughing and carrying on. And you ask yourself, what is really going on? Who is taking responsibility or accountability for their job and what they do? Why people can't do their job properly?
And in a lot of offices, the security officers are used as intake officers, and that is not right. Security officers are not trained.
That's not their job.
That is not their job, and they're not trained properly to deal with the members of the public. I mean, they could advise you on things like that. I went to office recently.
It's disgusting.
It is, I mean, and we are dealing with elderly citizens, sick patients.
People who are sick and they
and
have to stand in the rain, stand in the sun. They get in bad feeling, they're diabetic. They don't have a washroom for them to
and
use.
Security
Come
officers
on.
don't speak to you gently. They speak to you in a very harsh tone.
I think another thing is, you see the banks in this country, you all need to buck up. Huh? Let me tell you something. Most of the time, people take their lunch time to go to the bank.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, you don't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. Then have proper attendance there, but that's when you have half of them on a lunch break. Oh gosh, rotate it. Managers, get up and manage.
That's right. That's right.
What is really going on? Questions, concerns, comments, 3847-142, 3847-142. Good morning. I will be 60 in August. Would I be able to get NIS? Well, we're not talking about NIS, but I guess...
Yes, you would be entitled to it at 60.
Right, that's in national insurance. But remember, today we are talking about social welfare grants, which is completely different. So at 60 for NIS, yes, you will. That would answer to that person, yeah? Good, great. All of the questions that were coming in from last week, I got a couple of questions. I think some people were very concerned with regards to leaving the country, entering the country, and being able to get. A lot of questions came regard to that. So I would like you to probably refresh, perhaps go over that again, because a lot of people were concerned, you know, if they go for some time abroad, and many people do, their children who live abroad will send a ticket for them to come and spend 3 months or 6 months. So let's get some clarity there. May I take,
Yes, go ahead.
No, I missed that call. Sorry to that person. You can call again. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Right. Let me start by explaining national insurance. National insurance benefits, we contribute to that while we are employed. We pay we make a payment, and the employer has to put twice that amount, and those 3 parts payment are forwarded to the national insurance for your coverage.
Okay.
So when you reach your retirement age, which is still 60 years, you get your benefits.
Right.
And you could go to Mars, you could go to Australia or Alaska, and you're entitled to receive that because you have contributed to that. Unlike old age pension, we do not contribute to old age pension. We do not contribute to public assistance. We do not contribute to disability assistance.
Right.
These are acts of government to assist our citizens in whatever form, whether it's old age pension, public assistance, or disability assistance. To
Right.
assist our senior citizens in time of need, whether it's either to advanced age or because of some form of illness.
Okay.
All right? And therefore, that is not payable while you're out of the country because you did not contribute directly to those benefits.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to this call. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
And good morning to Mr. Ramtahal.
Good morning to you, my dear.
Right. I'm listening to you as I always follow the program.
Thank you.
Mr. Ramtahal, I just want to let you know, this is the lady that had called concerning the $1,000 that they had to give, and you were checking on it for me, but I checked out also, and I was not entitled to it. So I just want you to know that, okay? That I was not, because I get a widows and orphans, and so I wasn't. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Salisha, I was listening to you concerning the bank.
Yeah.
And I go to the bank.
Yeah.
But one has to be very careful, especially people of our ages with the bank.
Yeah.
Because the tellers, some of them are
Yeah.
involved in wrongdoing. Okay?
Well, we're hearing a lot of that now.
Yeah,
You're very
yeah,
correct.
yeah, yeah.
You're very correct.
This is Trinidad.
Yeah.
And we have, so going to the machine, you know what I had to do recently? I had to take out a fairly good amount of money for my brother-in-law. And when I heard of this aged lady from Valsain, she went to Valsain Bank, and what happened to her? I said, it's the teller. The teller is the person. But anyhow, let's forget that now. But they are investigating that.
Yeah.
I decided, you know something? Let me go and transfer this money into my account and take it out a little bit by a little bit from the machine. Because in that way, I am a little more safer. Not that safe too, but I'm a little more safer than somebody holding me up after when I get in my car to go home. They follow me to hold me up and all this sort of thing.
Yeah.
But one has to be very careful, and the bank has to be very, very careful in who they are hiring in the bank.
Agreed.
I don't know what is their
Criteria.
criteria, correct, thank you, criteria in hiring a person to the bank. The bank is a very, very private,
Agreed.
secured place where these tellers supposed to keep things in secret because they will
In
know all your
confidence, yes.
information.
Very
You're
confident.
Yeah,
very
they will know
correct.
everything about you.
Yeah.
And some years ago, when I was traveling to England regularly, because I'm a cancer survivor and I had to go and get my treatments and check myself. I've been a cancer survivor for 20 years.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah. And I remember one of the tellers saying to me, Mrs. So-and-so called me by name. She said, you know, you're a very lucky woman. Look at how much money is in your account. I said, excuse me? I said, that's none of your business.
I find that
Exactly.
very out of place.
That's right.
I
Out of
find
place.
I
that
agree
very out of place.
And this is some years, This is some
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
And I
So-
said, you are out of place. That's
Yeah,
none of your
that's
business.
unacceptable. That's very
Yeah.
unacceptable. Well, I thank you for sharing that.
Yes, so
yeah.
one has to be very,
Very
careful.
careful.
And I'm speaking mostly to the aged
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Please be very careful.
Yeah. Thank you. God bless you. Keep strong, keep safe,
Everybody.
and keep healthy, darling. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So with that, we've got to go to a break. But first, let me recognize the management and staff, and please patronize, please support Bridgestone Auto Electrical Company Limited, 425 Popuri Road, Raghu Village, San Fernando, 657-4175. That's 657-4175. Let's go to these messages. When we return, we go back to our telephone line and we'll take those calls. Or you can send your WhatsApp messages to 384-7142. Stay with us.
On Saturday, 6th May, at the Center of Excellence Mokoya, the Massive Tank Productions bring to you a night of memories with Abhijit. Abhijit, live in concert. For info, call 757-8265. General admission, $300. VIP, $500. Brought to you in part by Genspec, Extra Foods, Guardian Media, Cost Cutter Supermarket, Blue Waters. Playback singer, Abhijit, live in concert. Saturday, 6th May, at the Center of Excellence, Mokoya. Powered by the Massive Tank.
Hi, I'm Senior Superintendent Michael Peer, and today I want to tell you about making yourself a hard target. You know, soft targets make easy targets. These vulnerable looking individuals are likely distracted or lost, or even not aware of what's taking place around them. Criminals seek out these individuals because they are less likely to react or defend themselves before the criminal can get away. In making yourself a hard target, remember these 4 principles. Increase your awareness of dangerous situations. Use intuition to assess the risk posed by people and situations you encounter. Avoid myths and denial that can cause you to let down your guard. Become a difficult target for criminals so they move on and leave you alone.
Visit Agri Savers Limited, number 19 Orange Grove Trace, St. Augustine, for all your agriculture, livestock, pet, agri-equipment, hydroponics, cannabis, fishing tackle supplies, and much more. Open Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Contact 473-6074, 663-1094. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. I'm Zelisa in conversation with Mr. Chanka Ramtahal, who's a social welfare advisor. And of course, any questions or concerns, you're free to call us at 3847142, or you can send us a WhatsApp message to 3847142. Let me remind you, please, when you do call, take the volume down on your television or your radio, and of course then call, then speak to us so that we don't have that delay. All right, let's go to our telephone line. Good morning and welcome.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I am 66 years old and I'm collecting my NIS.
Okay, can I get some volume, please? 1 second, sir. Thank you. Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Are you hearing me?
Yes, caller.
I am 66 years old.
All right.
I'm collecting NIS and I have a small private pension that would up when I reach 75 years. Would I be able to get old age pension when that private pension ceases?
That's a very good question, Mr. Ramtahal.
Well, I don't know the amount, but so once it doesn't exceed $5,500, he can qualify for some measure of old age pension.
You understand, sir?
Yeah, so I just wanted to be sure that after the private pension matures and completes when I reach age 65, if I could apply for that excess. That's all yes, thank you. That's what I need to find.
And my phone will be given out.
Okay, not a problem, sir. Thank you. God bless. Have a great day.
God bless you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. And yes, I'll be sharing his number later on in the program, so get your pen and paper ready or your phone so you can lock in and, you know, call to speak with him privately if you have a private matter. 3847142. Welcome to the program. Hello. All right, I'm going to abort this call because, as I said, when you call, take the volume down on your radio, take the volume down on your television, then call so we don't get that feedback. Or, of course, you can send me your messages. 3847142. Mr. Ramtahal will be more than happy to answer any questions or any concerns you may have regarding social welfare and grants. Mr. Ramtahal?
Yes. Just to remind citizens that old age pension is, you're entitled to old age pension at age 65 years.
Right.
So you can apply in the month of your birthday. During the course of that month, you can apply at age 65 years. All right? And you make your application to the district offices, whether, depending on where you live, there are various offices throughout Trinidad and Tobago, and you make that application with your birth certificate, your ID card, and other documents that may be required. All right?
Great.
An officer visits you to validate your claim and to determine whether you qualify for pension or not, or whatever quantum.
Yeah.
There are 4 bands of old age pension. So you can qualify for either one of those amounts.
4 bands, which
Yes.
means you have different categories.
Yes, $3,500, $2,500 per month, $1,500 per month, or even $500 per month.
Okay.
There are quite a few people who are receiving only $500 per month because they have other sources of income.
Right. And that means you should not be getting an income over
$5,500.
right? So once you have an income, meaning if you're collecting a rent or you have some sort
Or
of
national
income
insurance,
after, then
or
you should
a
not
private
qualify.
pension or things like
Good
that.
morning and welcome.
Good morning, Zelisa.
Morning.
And good morning to your host.
Good morning to you, my
I want to find
dear.
out something. I am over 75 and I have been receiving a pension from the old age department. However, I went away in 2019 and I had a stroke and I was hospitalized. And I also had the COVID.
Right.
While I was there, they were giving government people who were stranded outside because the country was locked down.
Right.
They were giving them some help and I did not know, so I was borrowing money and depending on the little pension I was getting to live. But now I am back. They say that I will have to pay back the money because I was out of the country. But even though I was out of the country, I was not on vacation. I didn't go to stay there. I was caught up in the COVID situation and the stroke. I still not recovered from the stroke.
Okay.
So are you saying because I got the stroke outside of the country, the government don't care how I exist? Because right now I'm owing people outside the country. So how I'm going to manage with all that? I think they should take every case individually. When I went there, I only went for 2 weeks. And I had the COVID, so I couldn't travel back. And by the time I was there, I had this stroke.
How long were you there for, ma'am?
I stayed there nearly 2 years, but I was in hospital most of the time. And I was also in rehab because my whole left side was paralyzed. I couldn't walk or anything.
All right. So may I ask this question?
Yes.
When you were there and you returned to Trinidad, so you were there for almost 2 years, do you have that information that you were in the hospital and you were in rehab and you had a stroke? Did you have that in writing?
Well, I have. What happened is I was sick. Couldn't do anything for myself. But now that I'm realizing all the different problems I'm having, I am getting the, well, I got it already, but again, everything is computer. So they send it online for me in a PDF. And when I try to open it, they say the code expire. So now I have to go and try back. But I have the medical report where I was in hospital, and then when they release me to the rehab.
All right. I'm going to, I understand what you're saying, and I'm going to, let's listen to what Mr. Ramtahal has to say and how he could advise you accordingly. I wish you a speedy recovery. Please take care of your health. A stroke is not something that's nice.
No,
but I'm sure, yeah. So I wish you a speedy recovery. You feel better. Get some proper medical help here, and Mr. Ramtahal will address. All the best to you, darling. Take care.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome, dear. You're welcome. Mr. Ramtahal, what can you advise this lady,
Zelisa,
given her situation, which I understand?
As I explained in my opening remarks, and in direct response to this lady's situation, and to the benefit of others,
right?
We do not contribute to the old age pension, the public assistance, to the disability assistance in any form or fashion.
Right.
It is an act of government, and that is whichever government is in power, to assist our senior citizens in their time of need, whether it's through illness or age or things like that, to ensure that you live a comfortable life in your elderly years. All right? Pension, it is not payable while you're out of the country.
Right.
It is not payable while you're out of the country. It is to assist you in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
And that has not changed. All right? If you spend, let's say you spend half month in June and half month in July, that's okay, because you didn't spend the entire any entire month there. Right? So you were here for part of June and you were here part of July, you would qualify.
Now, I need to intervene and ask this question based on what she said. Now, one of the things that she said that I need to understand is that now that she's back, the government, they're saying to her, the authorities, is that she has to pay back. So this means that the money was deposited into her account while she was out of the country.
And she's not entitled to it.
And she wasn't entitled to it.
Yeah, she's not
so
entitled to it.
So since she was out for 2 years, regardless to the fact that it was COVID during that time and there was a lockdown, I'm just saying this was a world situation. But on top of that, she was sick and she had to stay out of the country. So she was there for 2 years trying to get health or, whatever transpired. She still has to pay back that money.
Yes, because the law has not been changed.
Okay.
You are not entitled to it while you're out of the country.
Okay. So whether you are sick, you are detained there because of illness, whether it was a lockdown and you couldn't come back to your country, whatever it is, once you are out of the country, you're not allowed to have that money. That's the law. We just have to respect that.
It has not been changed.
I tell people all the time, whether we like it or not, the law is the law, and we need to respect the law of the land.
Exactly.
If that is the law, then we need to respect and understand that is the law. I humbly apologize to that lady with regard to the situation. It's very unfortunate, that you got sick, you got your stroke, you had to go, you were there for longer. But if they are saying that you need to repay them because the money was in your account, then you have to follow the law of the land. That's just the way it is, yeah?
As against programs that you have contributed to, like the national insurance, as I explained.
That's different,
your work pension, private pension, you could go wherever you want and still receive it.
And it's just unfortunate, I'll tell you why. Because the fact is, there are many people who live abroad and still collect that money and come down and have a lump sum. And that's a factor. There are loopholes, square pegs and round holes, people not being competent, people not being honest with what they're doing. We've got to take a short break. Our program, again, coming with the kind compliments of Bridgestone Auto Electrical Company Limited, 425 Papuri Road, Raghu Village, San Fernando. telephone 657-4175, 657-4175 to the management and hard-working staff. Thank you for the group. Because of you, the program can now reach, make a difference, and people can have greater knowledge. Knowledge is power. Thank you. So let's go to these important messages. When we return, we continue with your calls. We continue with your questions or concerns. Stay with us.
Farbinja Expo has great deals to offer for the month of April. Get showerwarms starting from $100, curtains 4 for $100, bed sheets 2 for $100, footwear from $75. Look elegant with our one-of-a-kind in-house designer garments. Spend $1,500 and over to get tickets to Bollywood singer Abhijit live in concert on May 6th. Just in time for Eid, new containers just arrived. Check us out for the latest Islamic wear. Need to pick up lunch or dinner? Then check us at the Farbinja Food Court from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Final few booths left at the Mid-Center Mall Mid-Year Flea Market. Call 340-6565. Starting the 6th of May until the 30th of May. Call now to book your spot. 340-6565.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Hoover Car Park, Hoover, 98 Endeavour Road, Chagonas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket. Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety of porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Spain, Italy, Brazil, India and China. Tile Expression Limited, conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunapir. Telephone 693-0015 or 223-TILE.
Before you choose a life of crime, know that the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago are fed up of you. More than 22,000 have already provided anonymous tips to Crime Stoppers, leading to countless arrests and convictions. You will never know who they are, but with Crime Stoppers' anonymous tipster system, everyone will soon know you. Call Crime Stoppers anonymously at 800 TIPS today.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. I am Zelisa. I'm in conversation with Mr. Chanka Ramtahal. Let me recognize our sponsors for the program, and that is Bridgestone Auto Electrical Company Limited. They are located at 425 Pupuri Road, Ragu Village in San Fernando. Telephone 657-4175. That's 657-4175. So to the management and hard-working staff, thanks again for your great contribution towards the growth and development of helping the citizens in this land. It's their way of giving back. So, Mr. Ramtahal, welcome back to the program. Questions, concerns, comments, 3847142. That's 3847142. A gentle reminder, when you call, take the volume down on your television, on your radio. Speak into the phone so we can hear you clearly. Sir?
Zelisa, I am, to be honest, I am kind of very disappointed with the work of the Social Welfare Department. People are waiting 16 months and 18 months, almost 2 years for their old age pension claims to be decided. And I can't understand why it's taking so long. I know new officers were brought on last year sometime and they were not properly oriented. you know, and with the director on suspension, you know, I don't know, it's a headless division right now. But people are suffering. People are suffering. People call me every day. They're waiting too long for their old age pension. And prices have gone up. Prices for everything have gone up.
That is another discussion that, I mean, when you think of it, medication, when people
it's not available at the government pharmacies.
It's not available to say you could get it. You're very correct.
And it's expensive
and when
in the
one
private
tablet
pharmacies.
is $20 plus and things like that.
Yes.
How people going to get their medication?
Nothing is working well. And no, you're not seeing any area of improvement. What is taking 12 months and 16 months to get?
Yesterday I was telling my father, I said, what is sad is that even people who choose to go privately because they don't want to go and sit down and wait for hours and hours, because now they're telling you at the hospital, your wait is 6 to 8 hours. So you in pain, you suffering, you bawling, you crying. You have to sit and wait there to be attended to, and that has nothing to do with the doctors. They are not in control of whatever. It's because exactly, they don't have the right stuff. But and you choose now to see whatever little money you have and you decide, okay, I'm going to go privately. You're still not getting the service you need to get. You still have to get tests. We were talking about that cannot be done in Trinidad. They have to get it abroad and all this kind of thing. And they're still not competent. Good morning and welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I have a little issue. I signed up for my pension in April when I was 65. And what they're telling you, I put in everything. They said you have to wait because the government is saying that NIS is taking like 6 months now to give you a clearance.
Right, that's exactly what Mr. Ramtahal started off with today.
So we have to wait until that month, or until 6 months, or maybe, as we said, 12 months, 16 months, we don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what we were talking about.
And that is unsatisfactory because we contributed to NIS. We pay for that.
Yeah.
So there should be no delay.
You're
and
correct.
Your old age pension is delayed now pending the outcome of your old age pension.
Their incompetence. Thank you, darling.
Yes?
All the best. Thank you. Yeah. Have a good day as well. Yes, welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I would like I want to give my advice because I was in disaster 7 months now. And they said they're supposed.
Okay, start from the beginning. What is your problem?
My problem is, they said they was going to give me the I changed for the disaster not to buy back the tank and put back the light in the house.
Which
and
disaster? Which disaster?
That is disaster from the Miaro. That happened now. The storm now in November month.
Okay. And they agreed to pay you, to give you some assistance?
Yes, but they said they will call me because remember we were to talk and then they said they will call me, but up to now they never called me.
So did you go back and double check? Did you go back to the office to double check?
Yeah, right in Miaro here by the cemetery, we just have to check them now. And the paper is going down, so you tell me.
Right.
And then after, because I send in everything. And they just said, well, wait until they will call me, and I waited. So now we're 7 months now, and nothing and nothing on the son.
All right, so let me ask you a question. In the 7 months that you were waiting, did you go back to the office to inquire about an update?
Yeah, three times every month I go in, but no, I was tell Mr. Buddha in there. But every month I call in here in the disaster office, and she was saying, she gave me a number to call him, and no one never work.
Okay. Again, in
so I would like call it to find out if they're still giving the check for the disaster because me again none.
November, that's 6 months ago, you know. Okay, darling, listen on the television. That's 6 months ago, yeah. All right, dear. All the best. Mr. Ramtahal, what do you say to this situation? This lady not living in her house because of whatever transpired. You realize she's living at her son's house.
Zal,
You want to be in your own
as a
place.
social worker, I am so disappointed sometimes.
Gosh, boy.
Because, you know, there were a lot of floods in the last year gone, right? All in Bamboos here and
We were
Mia
part of
Road.
it.
That's
My
right,
team
that's
and I
right.
were out giving
There's a
food and
disaster
things.
relief fund. Applications were made and they were investigated and approved, and funds have not been released to assist these people. So what form of assistance is that?
All talk.
What form of assistance is that? Nothing works well in this country.
False information. False
Yeah.
information.
Somebody called me
just
from
a
Miaro.
pacifier at the
Yes.
moment. I would say that just to pacify the people at the moment.
That somebody
And then,
came home to see
Yeah,
you.
that come to see, but nothing. All these months you waited.
Yeah. Nothing works well in this country.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate. You
People
know,
call me their grants was approved. No funds have been made available for the disbursement of those grants. What sense does it make?
that it's approved and you can't get
And
it.
you can't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah? And you live in under unsatisfactory conditions.
Welcome to the program. Good morning.
Hello, good morning to the panel.
Good morning.
I have a problem. My neighbor have a serious problem. I would like to find out from the boss there if he can give me some information to help her. I mean, she's crying every day. This lady, she used to get a disability for a short time and they just stop it a good while. Then they told her when she reached 60, before she reached 60, she had to go into national insurance and get some sort of things to sort out so that she could get it again. And this woman, 2 foot, she can't even walk, and she diabetic. She had a vein surgery for years, and she home, and she never get nothing from NIS or nobody. And now when she get old, she need help, and her children are unemployed. Her husband sick with his back, and he too can't work. He's plenty old now, almost to reach 65. He's not getting anything. I would like to know why this lady, when she now after running by national insurance, she got this letter and the information went into these people. You know what these people from social welfare telling this lady? That she have to go back to social welfare and let them give her some sort of money they just normally give you when you sick, which she never received from them for all the years.
All right.
So I want to know how they're pushing this lady around and lying to her.
Okay,
what
so-
sort of lying things these people doing?
All right. Thanks for calling and inquiring about your neighbor. You're being a good brother's keeper. God bless you. That's very kind of you. We've got to wrap things up. Before we do that, may I share your number?
Sure.
So for those people who may have, questions or concerns, please be respectable, be mindful of the time that you're calling. But 753-5264, that is Mr. Ramtahal's telephone contact, 753-5264. Sir, I thank you kindly again. God's choicest blessings to you and your family. And we look forward to you joining us next week.
Thank you very much, Zelisa, and all the best to you and your family as well.
Thank you, sir. And of course, that number 753-5264. This is where we've got to wrap things up. My sincere thanks and gratitude to the management and staff of Bridgestone Auto Electrical Company Limited. They are located 425 Popuri Road, Raghu Village in San Fernando. Telephone 657-4175. I want to remind you to respect the law of the land. It is the law of the land. Be respectable. Be a good law-abiding citizen. I want to remind you that with God, all things are possible. Be kind, be courteous, be good. My friends, we're in trying times. Please be safe. All right? Thank you so much for choosing us, allowing us to influence you in a positive way, to answer those unanswered questions. And, I thank you for really allowing us and for choosing us. Do continue to stay with us on U975 FM Multicultural Radio. I am Zelisa Budusing Rupani. Have yourselves a safe, beautiful, blessed day. Thank you.